Hey guys, what's going on? So I just talked to someone from Hauppauge support. I got them in time. I just got back from a little college meetup kind of thing. You know, it's like they give you information about transfer students, and I just got back from that. And immediately afterwards, I called someone from Hauppauge, and you know, he was really helpful, very friendly. He got to the point with me, and you know, he told me what was wrong. So let me show you guys. So right now, I just hooked up the you know, the cables that goes directly from the Hauppauge to the PlayStation 3. Let's see if I can get a little screenshot. So it looks like this, except it's green, blue. It has green and blue added with it, you know, to all the extra stuff. But anyway, I have that hooked directly into the TV, and as you can see, everything is crystal clear. You know, no yellow tinge, which is great and all, but you know, that still means the problem is that it's not the cables that are the issue. It's the adapters that go into, you know, the HD, or let me get a better grip on this, that go into the HD PVR. So, you know, the cables aren't the problem. It's, you know, I guess it's the receivers that, you know, are the issue. For some reason, you know, these are faulty. And so I talked to the guy, I believe his name was Chris. He's sending me a replacement. I just gave him our address, and unfortunately I forgot to tell him, you know, when they're going to get here. Hauppauge headquarters is in New York, so I'll just try and look up standard shipping from New York to California, and hopefully they can give me like a broad range of, you know, when it's going to get here. But so, you know, after taking a closer look at these, you know, I haven't paid too much attention to, you know, the wiring for the Hauppauge, you know, previously, but after, you know, getting a look at it, you know, these are really flimsy. You know, it's like a really small point, and it's very fragile. So, you know, I can see this easily, you know, you know, getting broken. And you know, it's good to know that, you know, the cables aren't the problem. The device is actually, you know, very robust. So, you know, the device isn't the problem. It's the wiring that goes with it. But, you know, that said, that's kind of the point. You know, the wiring is exactly what makes the Hauppauge work. You know, you have the device and all, but if you don't have the right wiring, then, you know, there's no point. So, you know, it's good to know that, you know, it was the device isn't at fault. The cables aren't at fault. You know, those are dense and strong. You know, it's just the receiver that's the issue. So, you know, if this is such a big issue, you know, maybe in the future they would consider, you know, making these a little denser. You know, maybe make the little wiring receiver a little more protected, because I can actually see this getting damaged, you know, very easily if you were like to handle this poorly, you know, or maybe just not as carefully as you should. You can see this easily getting broken. So, you know, but, you know, it's good though. You know, I don't have to buy the regular Elgato now that I know that, you know, the HD PVR does work, and that the cables are good. It's just, like I said, the receiver. So, you know, maybe I'll get multiples of these, because, you know, apparently, you know, that I'm obviously not the first one to have this issue with it. And, you know, after going through all those tests with the guy and you know, switching it over to the component by plugging all the cables from that should be going to the Hauppauge into the TV directly, and seeing it comes out crystal clear, you know, is really just, you know, I won't say change my opinion, but, you know, I'm holding the device in higher standards now. Now that I know that it's not the device itself, it's just the wiring that comes with it. But, you know, they're still kind of liable. You know, I really wish that they would, you know, make this a little stronger. You know, maybe incorporate some more of the wiring into the device itself. I don't know if that's how it works. I'm just saying, do kind of what Elgato does, and Elgato, you know, makes everything very simple. Everything's transmitted via HDMI. So I don't know, that's kind of the point of getting the HD PVR, though. It uses component cables, which means you can play older devices, so maybe I'm just, you know, being overly overbearing on, you know, Hauppauge for the way they designed their device, which is, you know, actually good. You know, depending on what I do with gaming, I might stick with the older consoles more, in which case I will need the HD PVR, or I might completely transition over to new gen, in which case the HD60 Elgato is going to be all I need. And it works flawlessly on the PlayStation 4, so, you know, I already know for a fact that it does its job and it works well. It's just, you know, the minority, like the PlayStation 3 and the Wii, that I'm going to need the HD PVR. But, you know, we'll see how that goes. You know, it's just good that we resolved the issue, and that, you know, I'm going to get a new one of these to hopefully switch in, and hopefully that's the issue. You know, hopefully it isn't the actual, like, you know, input slot itself that's the issue, in which case I'll have to get a new device. And so hopefully it's just this, and that, you know, I somehow, when I was, you know, moving this around, or maybe through packaging, you know, the actual outlet itself, which I'm supposed to plug this thing into, is actually broken. I really hope that isn't the case, otherwise I'll have to get a new device entirely. But anyway, guys, I'm sorry about the wait. Like always, I'm just giving you guys constant updates to let you guys know that I'm trying my hardest. All my free time, I'm spending to try and get this situation resolved, because I really want to get back to recording as soon as I can. And I only have a few days left until I start my class, my macroeconomics class, and that's 7 hours a day. So it's not fun, but I'm trying to bear with it, guys. Hopefully I can get this fixed, and I can get right back to gaming as if none of this ever happened. And except I'm gonna be $400 shorter on cash because I bought the Elgato and all these HDMI splitters. But you live and learn, and YouTube journey isn't all like it isn't all just sunshine and rainbows. There are challenges and problems you need to overcome, and I've just had more than the average YouTuber. So yeah, guys, gotta stay positive, and yeah, thanks again for tuning in, guys. Have an awesome day. See you in the next video.